Hello, Forgaster here again, and we are back for episode 33 of the Railcraft server Let's Play. And we want to shut down the farms where storage fills up. And while that sounds pretty simple, we have a few issues. For one, I am dumping a lot of stuff in this one chest. It's also mixed in with things that are going out, which is a potential problem. So, first off, we're going to want to separate them. So let's take some birch wood here. We're going to make a birch chest. And we're going to replace one of the chests there with a birch chest, because they will, as you probably already know, they will not connect. And so we will only have output items in the output inventory or in the output chest. And we'll only have input items like fertilizer in the input chest. Then I'm also going to flip these, because I want the output to be on the farthest end. So first off, let's remove one of these. And I picked the wrong one. But oh well. I can dump this stuff back in, although the fertilizer is not supposed to go there. The fertilizer is going to go in here. And then the rest of the items will go in here. That granite can go in there as well, I suppose. The cart is back, but it's going to sit there until we redo the setup, which is fine. You have a piece of rubber wood in you, apparently. Why do you have bog earth? Huh. You are not supposed to have bog earth. Anyway, we're going to put the loader there. And now I'm stuck. Fine. I went there so it would rotate correctly, but it should face the track automatically anyway, so that was kind of unnecessary, I suppose. So we want to add these items to the filter again, because that's what the output of this is. The mycelium all ends up here, of course, because I don't need a vast supply of that. But we'll wait with putting back the loader, because I want the cart to sit there for now. So we now have all the output items in this chest. Step number 2 is going to be to pull them out, because we have some limitations to work within, namely that various inventories won't interact with each other. So I'm going to put a graded hopper here, and this is going to pull out these items. And that's pretty much it. Now, the reason for that, of course, is that I want to filter them into other inventories. So we're going to have to dig into the ground a little bit here. Because we are... Basically, because we don't have Railcraft, we have certain restrictions on item flow, which is a bit unfortunate, but not a huge problem, really. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest, but we can work with these restrictions. Now, we are going to need 2 more drawers. So I'm going to grab a bunch of spruce wood from here. And then we are going to make... Right, I already had a chest. Oh well, I need 2 more drawers anyway, so that works out fine. Now, what we want is one of these. I think we want that one. So we need an upgrade template, which I should have a bunch somewhere. No. I'm pretty sure I have a supply of them tucked away. Yeah, there. And then it was a couple of gold ingots, which I have plenty of in the vault. And that's it. I have a nugget or 2 on me, of course. Hey, what? Oh, right. I hate when it does that. And then like that. So, this key basically lets us lock a drawer, which means that even if it empties, it will remember what item it held, and it will not accept anything else. So, if I put a rubber tree sapling in here, and then remove it, you can now see that it is empty down in the bottom right there. But it still has the icon of the rubber tree sapling. And if I try to put something else in it, it won't accept it. Oh. Yeah. So if I try to put something else, even if I double right click with these drawers, it's still going to put the saplings in it. And if I take them out and unlock it, okay, it's still going to remember the item. But since it's no longer locked, if I click it again, if I can clear it by punching it, like so. So what we can do with this is that if I take a piece of cactus, for example, it's not going into the filter. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to lock this drawer. Then I'm going to take the piece of cactus out again. I'm going to put it back in there. And now if we turn this into the drawer, well, oh. Okay. So apparently graded hoppers don't interact with drawers either. That is annoying. This item the inventory interface disparity is causing a lot of issues, and it's very annoying. Probably another problem that Railcraft would solve by supporting both interfaces. Maybe. I mean, it could also only support one of them, but I don't know. Well, this is tricky. Right. I could use regular hoppers, but I don't know if that is going to cause other issues. I guess we're going to have to try. So let's go in the vault, take a bunch of iron, and make a bunch of hoppers. Let's grab a stack of... Actually, let's take spruce wood, because why not? Let's make 8 hoppers, or 8 chests, and then we'll make 8 hoppers. Because why not? I'll probably end up using them eventually anyway. So, instead of the graded hopper then, let's put these things back up in there. We're going to do that. Now, this should put items in there. And of course, it will only be able to put cactus in that drawer. Now, these 2 items we don't want to go in here. Let's take that out. Guess we'll put this stack of mycelium elsewhere. I do want to keep a stack because it could be useful. So cactus should be going in there, obviously. And we want the same thing to happen to peat and sugarcane. So we're going to have a bit of you. We're going to lock it. And the locking basically makes it so that if you remove the last item of the drawer, it won't start accidentally putting other items in. So for example, if I were to take the last piece of cactus from there, this hopper wouldn't be able to start putting sugarcane in there or something. So I'm kind of assuming that... Oh no. Right. I was kind of afraid of that. I guess the solution to that is to create a circuit, a cycle. Now, where did I put my ducts? I had a bunch of ducts at some point. I don't remember where I put them. I hid them away somewhere. All right. Put them in here. I don't need 2 slots full of ducts. So what we'll do is we'll put another hopper here. And then we're going to have that face this way. And I'm sure you already pretty much know what I'm doing. So we're going to have items that reach the end, because we have a bunch of reeds or sugar canes that are stuck down here now, because they passed by their drawer. We have the same thing for cactus. So we're going to have this hopper take those items there and send them back up. Whoops. So now the items will cycle around until they've all gone into their assigned drawer, ideally. So that's pretty much that. It's far from optimal, obviously, and a bit annoying that we have to do this. But it should work. So let's go up here. Now, the next step is getting the output from each drawer. So we're going to want to make a bunch of redstone upgrades. Now, we are going to make the generic redstone upgrades because the most full slot or the least full slots are mostly useful for the blocks with multiple drawers in them, obviously. So this will do. And they're pretty easy to make. We're going to make 3 of them. And then we're going to need a way to read the signals. So basically, obviously, these will output a comparator signal that represents the storage, the amount stored in the drawer. So when it reaches 15, we'll know that it is full. Now, I'm slightly curious what happens if we have this go into a circuit, if we preserve a relative signal strength or not. Let's... Didn't actually mean to break the wire. Pick it up without doing that. Now, you can put these on walls, which is useful as well, because we're going to need to fit 3 of them in next to each drawer. And being able to do that without having to alternate sides will be nice. I don't think I can put them on non-solid blocks, so I guess I'm going to have to put them on a wall here. But we'll do this for now. I think what I need to do is clear my inventory out a bit. It's a bit full. Those can go in there. You and you can go in there. I have no idea why I am carrying around this right now. Rubber tree leaves can go in there for now, I suppose. We don't need these upgrades anymore. They can go back in this chest here, so I'll maybe remember where they are. The key can go in here as well. I don't need that anymore right now. The mycelium can go in this junk box there, I suppose. Okay, let's also grab some of these. Probably not that. And I suppose I'll also grab the screwdriver from here, because we might need that as well. Alright. Now let's get back down here. Oh. I have a device somewhere that allows reading the power level. It probably wouldn't be in the computer, but you know, never hurts to check. Now where could I put that? Probably in here, actually. Yes, there it is. The multimeter allows you to see the signal strength in in circuits. So let's see. We can get rid of these. We don't need those. And we have some tiny amounts of redstone. Get rid of that torch. So what we want basically is to have an input here. And we're going to screwdrive that. And now we should have power coming into here. Okay, 17. So it is actually proportional to the 255 levels we have inside of the circuit wires. Now the question is, can you put a comparator? Now I know there was a comparator here. Can you put a comparator on a super circuit? Because I need some way of testing the signal, because I only wanted to continue outputting. Okay, no, you can't. So how would you do that? Does it have some device that is basically... Okay, we have an adder constant. So I think what we want to do is we want a constant. Oh. How do you get these things? Oh, okay, so you make adders with tiny plates and tiny piles of redstone. Right. Let's do that. Do I have tiny plates somewhere? I don't think I do, actually. How do you make tiny plates? It's a redstone circuit in a crafting grid, and those are stone slabs. Okay. I should have stone in here. Indeed I do. Let's get 2 sets, I suppose. Let's make like that. And then we'll turn those into... Actually, I'm going to need 2 more circuit plates. So let's... Oh. Okay, well, that's fine. That's slightly more than I expected. Let's pop over here. We'll put these in here. Let's make... Let's do that. Let's take 2 of those for now. My inventory is getting slightly full again. As it happens, I suppose. Don't think I'm going to need these right now. And we are going to... let's take these out again. Now I wanted a constant, so that's an adder plus a redstone torch. Gets me a constant. And then I want a subtractor, which is just an adder in a crafting grid. Okay. So this should allow me to, I assume the constant outputs a constant signal of a specific strength. Now the subtractor has an input phase, by the looks of it, to the left there. We're going to put that there. And we're going to see if... Okay, now that just rotates it. Okay. The constant there allows me to specify a strength. Now the max should be 255. And I want that minus 1. Right? Right. I think so. Now does the signal... The signal doesn't lose strength over distance like regular redstone does, which is good. So this should now be outputting a strength of 17. Because we're not actually subtracting anything. Probably want this to read. So now we're getting 17 out there. Then we're inputting 254 in here. And we should now be getting 0. But when this reaches 255, which is the max strength, it should output 1. And then when it is outputting 1, we want it to output to this side. And when it does, that means that the, in this case, the peat storage is full. So then we're going to have a bunch of signal controllers here. 3 of them, to be specific, 1 for each door. And they're going to be paired with a receiver on the appropriate farm. Now, actually, these 2 come from the same farm. So they can actually use the same controller, which saves us some materials. Now we're also going to need, actually, now that I think about it, the circuits should be multi-parts. Let's do this the quick way. We'll borrow this shelf there. Come on. Alright. Stupid. Fine, whatever. We'll take one of these. There we go. Which are made to fit right like that. And then we should be able to take a circuit and put on there. And that's basically going to be exactly the same as this bottom one, of course. I could make a blueprint if I wanted to, but it's obviously easy to make. To replicate, so I'm not going to bother. And it, oh wait, turns out I made exactly the right amount of these that I needed. I can't put full-sized redstone on the circuits. That doesn't work. But yeah, so that's basically it. I should probably do this off camera. We should get to the controllers and receivers. So let's assemble 2 of those as quickly as possible because I don't have a whole lot of time left. Let's see. We need... Where are they? They're up there. Okay, so we need 2 signal controller boxes, which require red circuits. So we need gold plates. There are a lot of ways of... Oh, we can use resin. I see. And quartz or lapis. Interesting. Actually, I'll probably assemble this off camera because we're pretty much out of time anyway. And then we'll come back for the next episode where I have put up the circuits correctly and the... maybe I actually want to move these here. At least the wood. Or I could just put a circuit off here and do the same thing. I'll have a think about that off camera as well. Now I did do something else. I added saplings to this unloader because I realized that the reason it didn't have any saplings is because it ejects them all and it doesn't take them in automatically. You need to have them output and then input back in. So this unloader is going to draw them back in as they are loaded into the cart, which should be perfectly fine. All right, so with that, I will see you in the next episode.